Hi Gemini, it's good to see you. My name is Chandler Christine. This is your March 2019 Intuitive Energy reading. If you're new to my channel, thank you for visiting. I hope you stay. If you like this reading and my messages, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to see you next time in April. For those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you for returning. I love you guys, and I am sorry I didn't get my February readings out. I myself have been affected by the eclipse season energies. Yes, they are still in full effect up until Aries season begins. We'll be feeling quite a bit of transitional energy, upheaval in our energy, and a lot of movement. Okay, so Gemini, you have a really beautiful goddess card this month. We have Scold, the future. Wow, beautiful. I just love her. Okay, so this is 46. This is actually a new deck, and I'm learning all about the goddesses, and I don't know much about this goddess, but she does represent the future, which it doesn't take a psychic or a reader even to interpret this message. The future is yours, Gemini. You're looking very far into the future, maybe. Something comes into your life within the month that changes your future. Your future has your focus. And if you'd like to learn more about the woman goddess energy that's helping you, look up Scold. She's a very powerful one, I'm guessing. So we have a bit of astrology to cover. We have Venus entering Aquarius, Mercury going retrograde, new moon in Pisces, full moon in Libra, and Uranus entering Taurus, as well as other things going on within the month. Let's see what we have from our mystical shaman deck. I think that this is going to be a really good month for you, a really good month for everyone for finalizing the things that are no longer working for you. A lot of change happening, a lot of upheaval in our energy, but for our benefit, right? For the things that we've been wanting for so long to finally come to fruition. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, I love it. Okay, we have the Coyote and the Heart of Sky. Okay, so 12 and 24. Now let's take a look at this Coyote character. This is beautiful. Okay, when we see the Coyote, we look at the stealthiness, firstly. The Coyote is an independent energy. It's talking about survival instincts, things that you've had to do to survive and flourish. In fact, this coyote has something in its mouth. So it's as if you're catching your prey this month. It's as if your hard work and stealthy acts have paid off. You're finally catching the harvest. You're finally catching your prey. And I like this card because it's a 12 and that breaks down to 3. And this is talking about the divine working for you, you being put in the right place at the right time. But the divine can only do so much for you, right, Gemini? It's not just the divine. It's not just you being carried by the universal energies. You've actually had to do the work this time. You've actually had to put yourself in the right place and, take action and put yourself in that opportune time and then really seize the moment, haven't you? That's, I think, a really good energy, backing this kind of energy into a Aries season. We have the Heart of Sky. Now, within this month, we're experiencing a lot of Pisces energy, which is very spiritual in nature. It's going to be influencing our prayers, visualizations, dreams, meditation. And maybe these visualizations, just as the future card would indicate, are becoming more authenticated to you and truer to your ultimate goals and purpose. They're very refined this month, which I think is beautiful. They're taking on new importance as well. So where we have 24 is a 6, which is also indicating here that it's time to count your blessings, some amount of income, some finality, some thing that you've had to go through maybe coming to fruition in a positive way this month. The Heart of Sky helps you realize here how divinely guided you have been, and it helps you lead with an open heart. It helps you dismiss any of the energies that were no longer serving you, and it helps you count on astrology and the stars and what the universe is really saying to you through this divine inner workings. With Heart of Sky, we can see a divinely feminine energy coming to you that is very open-ended, and a lot of that is because we're in Pisces season. It's a season to create space, to create room, to give space to, and to withdraw from Maybe experiencing a little bit more alone time this month wouldn't hurt you. Maybe, diving a little bit deeper into your emotions and your spiritual senses would be of benefit. Now, it's not so much a logical energy, though logic is always nice, and to integrate both is probably more of a sweet spot, but it's a different energy that really relies on your spiritual senses and your empathic abilities as your navigation. Okay, it's your navigational system. So it's very interesting how the coyote and the heart of sky kind of meet that way. There's a certain instinct and intuition about them that meets in a really nice place. Now, I will say 12 and 24 are numerically kind of intertwined, as one is half of the other. So half of the work is what you've had to do, the kind of wild essence of the human nature of you trying to attain something, and maybe in a mechanism of survival. Maybe this is something that you've been striving for and struggling to and really fighting tooth and nail to obtain, where the heart of sky says, we've had this planned all along. We have had it covered. We've had this figured out. You can rely upon the universe again. This is showing you here to have faith, to have trust, and to listen, okay? Mercury retrograde is really going to have us listening this month. It's really going to entail our revisiting, revising, revamping, rereading, anything that you can do twice before making a decision, do it, because finer details can be overlooked, and words can be misunderstood or misguided. So we're really having to tune in. We're really having to listen. We're really having to be receptive instead of action-oriented. Okay, so those are really beautiful cards. I'm going to turn the camera down so we can see these energies. Okay, so we'll turn these around so you guys can see them. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, beautiful, beautiful energies. Let's see what my Osho Zen has to say. Okay, just like I said, Gemini, there's something coming to fruition for you. You are creating space. Something is opening up. Something is finalizing. Something is coming to a close. And in a very graceful way. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And this is the cycle, of life and the times that we're in, and what we experience is the human experience. Sometimes we do have to start on a blank slate. Sometimes there is nothing to be done. Sometimes there's only our memories. Sometimes there's only the experience that we've very recently had to help guide us into new territory. So it looks like where you're going is a new chapter altogether, but you're still in those stages, maybe of receiving some good news, maybe of receiving some clarity from the universe and really getting what you want, that you have to decide then what next you want, right? It's almost a question of desire at this point, because if you get what you've been working for, and it becomes a lot easier for you in Aries season, then it's simply, what you want to put on the blank slate, what you want to put on the canvas, that's up to you. The Fool does have a resonance here with Uranus, which Uranus is transiting into Taurus this month, which is going to be bringing up a lot of surprising news, a lot of surprising opportunities, kind of blindsiding and energies. It has a very rebellious type of energy associated with it. But it's going to be in this position for some time to come, and the tendency here is to try to accomplish the difficult tasks. The tendency here is to try to squash and finalize things that have been on your agenda for quite some time. The ordinariness and the dream came up. So let's look at these cards. Ordinariness. When things get simple again, Gemini, it's a prime time to appreciate. It's a prime time to really relish in the quiet and the peace and the space that you have. You may have been visualizing this ending and beginning for some time, as it looks like the dream has been intertwined here in the kind of reality that you're currently living. It's coming to fruition, Gemini. It's coming to fruition. So Relish in the ordinariness as it stands. Relish in the day-to-day ways that you can gain your peace and clarity of mind. And the dream, the visualization, the things that you have in your mind are actual realities. They're potentials this month. You could even find that you're getting a lot of messages in your dreams, as Pisces is a very spiritual and psychic energy based on visualizations, intuition, meditation, and dream world. So, look, we have 0, 6, and 8, accompanied with 12 and 24. Okay, so all of these cards here tell me that there is a progression, because we're going from a blank slate, blank canvas, new start, opening to the fullest, to then you really going down and deeper into the things that you desire, maybe diving into the dreams, diving into the emotions that you're feeling shortly after. It's almost as if you are left with such an opening that it's like, what do I do with myself? I have nothing to do. I have nothing nagging at me. So then, therefore, the only option I feel is really going to benefit you is to just look within. Now, ordinariness talks about appreciating the daily activities, the daily lives, the simple things. Returning to nature, returning to midday naps, taking some time off. And I hope you can do this in the month, because you're creating a lot of space for what's to come. Now, I have one more card to pull for you from this deck. So let's see. Okay. Transformation. Now, this is the Death card in the Major Arcana. All right, so just to say here, there is something absolutely coming to an end, coming full circle, coming back to you, a new beginning, starting, fresh start, blank canvas. I mean, how many ways can I put it? This is ultimately what you've wanted for a very long time. This is karmic in nature, because we see the 8. This is talking about wrapping up old ties, coming to a close, finalizing things that were otherwise distracting or energetically draining, and giving you this transformation that you've been waiting for so long. This person is sitting meditating on top of a lotus. There's wings up above, and it does symbolize, in ways, a bit of a phoenix energy rising from the ashes. Taking that which has been dead and dying and gone and no longer serving you to new heights of consciousness, using it to your advantage, learning those lessons to transform those situations in your life to more positive aspects that can actually serve you now. It's funny, because I see this woman sleeping on the lotus. You see this silhouette of a person, I should say, sleeping. And I feel that this can no more resonate here with the Pisces season, talking about dreams, visualizations, ordinariness, emotions, human intuition and instinct, the balance, between the material and the non-physical. It is very otherworldly in nature, but it is common sense in so many ways. It is common sense because you have been the coyote. You have lended your energies out to the universe. You have asked the universe for guidance. The universe is coming to you in the form of the future, showing you here this new beginning and this new opening for you to take. We have these cards here, which my returning subscribers will recognize. We have the Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck. All right, we have 9, Knowledge, and 4 of Water. Very cool. So knowledge. All right, knowledge is a 9. This is talking about an ending or closing of a chapter. Some of you may have really dove into the books, bookkeeping, keeping record, going back to school, higher education, experience and knowledge turns then into wisdom. So this is a step along your wealthy journey, but it is a closure, something closing, something being finalized, something being realized and understood. Okay, and then the Four of Water, it talks about here giving or lending forgiveness and understanding to yourself for maybe what you've been through and how hard you've had to work to attain this level of success, to be in the position that you are now, and giving yourself the credit where it's due. No, this is not cocky. No, this is not overinflated. And in fact, I feel very strongly that some of you need to give yourself more credit where it's due. Some of you have been battling here with maybe some self-sabotaging belief systems, some inadequacies, and inflexibility. Well, now is the time truly to open yourself up, no longer to criticism, no, Gemini, to the wisdom within your heart, and it is powerful. Let's get going on some more. I want to definitely clarify this for you before we end. Ordinariness. All right, so we have 3 cards coming out. Emotions and intellect. Man is Pisces season taking root in your life. Now, until the sun enters Aries, we're going to be in this very spiritual and spacious time, okay? And when the sun enters Aries, we have the spring equinox. Things begin to take root. Things begin to blossom. Things begin to return back to normal states of being and doing. Until then, we're going to be really balancing emotions and intellect. This is maybe how we attain this ordinariness, having that balance. King of Earth, this is a beautiful new investment coming your way. This is a new start for your home and family. This is feeling like the king of whatever earth you've created, reaping a good harvest for the year, for a cycle, and really feeling empowered, feeling very strong and stable. This foundation has been a long time coming. This investment is now coming back to you. You are reaping the benefits of whatever you've done for a long time just this next month. So King of Air is talking about legal situations, some Libra or Aquarius energy coming back to you to show you how you have climbed the social ladder, how you've attained a certain level of success and notoriety for your efforts. Your communication skills are literally top-notch, Gemini. Mars enters your sign at the end of the month on the 31st, and this is where your interests become diversified, and you're more adaptive to change, all right? So Libra, I feel like is a very strong sign for you to create with. We do have a full moon in Libra that is also in the sign of Aries, and that's talking about how opposites attract, and without contraries, there is no progression. So as much energy as you can put into your relationships now, those relationships will flourish. As much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding you can interject into your business, you'll be climbing those ladders very successfully. People will realize this political agenda that you have is good intentioned and good natured. You are well received, you're well heard, and people really value your insights. So don't be afraid of communicating those thoughts. Don't be afraid of expressing yourself. Because your vision is far extended. Your vision is further than most this month. So what do we say? I mean, honestly, Gemini, this is a really good reading. I think that you will be just fine. I have absolutely no worries about you. I think that ordinariness is exactly where you want to be. It's the simpler things, it's the littler things. Once maybe some of these bigger things finalize, once some of the chaos settles down, you'll begin to root yourself back down where you land. You'll begin to get more in touch with your emotions and transform certain situations that were maybe been rooted in the past. We're being very future oriented and organized this month, which I love. Okay, for you, Gemini. Thank you so much, and I will see you in April. Bye.